Changing the world sounds like a massive feat, but Gandhi says, be the change you want to see in the world. And that's the quote that I try and live by, because if we think logically and practically, that is pretty much how you change the world. The task is much easier than what you think, and actually thinking that it's a difficult feat is definitely not going to do anything to make the world a better place. The first valid reason how if you be the change you want to see in the world works is when you tune yourself to the highest degree, when you mastered your ego and you've detached from all the stories in your head of all your problems and everything about you. Once you've detached from that and you've figured out that that's just one little minuscule problem that can easily be forgotten about, then you can just be aligned with who you really are, which is your soul, and just be present. You're just going about life, you've kind of got a fair idea where your North Star is, and you're just trying to head in that direction, cutting the bush along the way to kind of make your trail, right? So when you're doing that, you're getting taps on the bum to keep going, or B, your perceived ego problems, you quickly identify that that's just your ego telling you that they're problems. So you detach from that, and you see that these problems that your ego says are just lessons. You're learning, and you love learning now because it's making you better, and the problems seem to dissipate and you start to feel more fulfilled and enjoying the journey. If that's the case, then you've got nothing but to smile along the way. How does that change the world? Good question. Well, when you're going along the way and you're getting your food at the checkout and the lady or the guy is serving you, how are you? Thank you for serving me today. You're doing a great job. These things come out naturally because you're not stuck in your head. You don't have any issues to be working on. You've got all this spare energy to communicate and to see how everyone else is doing. You're being present in the moment with another person. That's how you change the world, because that person behind the counter is going to be like, that guy was super nice to me today. And it just bounces, they absorb that energy, and then they go home and they be super nice to their parents or their friends or whatever it is. A little bit. Those little bits have a knock-on rollover effect. Now, the second way we change the world by being evolved ourselves, by making ourselves a priority. When you are on that path, there's a vibrancy, there's an energy, there's a positivity about you. That positivity rubs off. You've been around people that are negative and that rubs off onto you. Well, the inverse of that is true also. When you're around positive people, you start to feel positive. So you just being you and being happy and just learning and going along the right journey. When you bump into people just in the shopping center or wherever, you're just automatically giving your vibe to other people. Makes them happier, makes them more positive. We're changing the world, aren't we? So this goes on day after day after day after day. And what do you know? You're hitting more people, and that knock-on effect, if we all collectively become the best versions of ourselves, we then can now hit more numbers. That's what this page is about. Student of life. It's not Shane of life or whatever. It's got nothing to do with me. It's about learning from life so that you become the best version of yourself, so that we can change this thing and make everyone happy. That's what it's all about.